Hola a todos. Bueno, este ya espero que sea el último directo de este juego. Es decir, que me lo paso creo que en menos de una semana. El juego resulta bastante entretenido, pero a la vez también bastante corto, cosa que puede ser positiva porque el paso de esto ya solo me quedan unos dos finales, el uno y el cuarto. Y para conseguir uno de los finales ya tenemos dos de las cuatro tablas que necesitamos. Y tenemos localizada la tercera, así que nos quedaría la cuarta. Bueno, aquí fue donde lo dejamos la otra
You,
vez.
who are Juno?
Vale,
We. What? No, it's
vamos a hacer
Marius.
esto.
You'll never persuade him of anything. I'm telling you, he's a monster. Please.
Puede-
You're making a mistake.
Vale. Simplemente quería hacer esa conversación para que tenga al agua para todos. A ver. Lo que no sé es si el egipcio que está en el fondo se le puede salvar. El filósofo a ver si también se le puede salvar. No, espera, 15 no. Voy a hablar con Ausencia.
So you survived the system. Don't get cocky.
Espera, no me digas que tengo... Hostia. Y Rufus también.
What is it, citizen? All right?
Vale.
Oh, another one fresh out of the baths, I take it.
Espera, entonces el NPC de Galerio está recorriendo todo el juego y hablando con todos los NPCs.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. I trust you can see.
Espera, no puedo... Quiero ver una cosa.
Ugh.
¿Tú puedes no mencionar nada de esto cuando...?
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done.
Vale.
So you'll help me find her? Oh, thank you. You should probably take a look through her room. It's the one just by the front door. Maybe you'll find something the rest of us missed.
Vale.
Oh no, that's Scentilla's. The question is, what was it doing in the cistern? A skeleton? Oh gods, you mean she's...
No sé, hay algo que no...
What do you mean? But didn't Domitius say there's some kind of creature down there that killed and ate Hannibal? Could it not have attacked her too? What are you saying? That somebody crept down there and put Scentilla's amulet on another body to make us think she was dead? Why would anyone do such a thing? But who? Who could have a reason to do
Yo lo sé, puedo decírselo. Dominio es un sinvergüenza y puedo hacer. Ahora de Sencio. Igual descubrió que ya tenía una.
That is an extremely serious accusation. I take it you have something to
Sé
back
que
it
es
up.
Sencio, puedo decírselo. Es más bien, sigo...
So this is just baseless speculation then.
Si es que fue Sencio y lo sé.
I won't have you peddling scurrilous gossip about my sister's
Ah.
tragic death. Kindly keep your insane conspiracy theories to yourself and leave me alone to grieve.
Otra vez que Sencio
Marion.
no me hace caso.
Let me grieve my
Joder. Vale, aquí está. A ver si consigo ver confusión.
We're finally alone. We have. Is that about?
También hemos tenido ya está.
You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is a liability we simply cannot afford. Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times, sneaking around in places he should not have been.
¿Qué hizo exactamente?
Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you that is not the case. You may not be aware of this, but it was not so long ago, during the Republic, the law of the 12 Tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his deformities. Here we see to it that he has food, water and shelter, and most importantly, he is able to continue living. A privilege that would be taken away from all of us, were he to be released.
¿Solo allanamiento de morada?
Of trespass.
Si esto casi es una
The man
comuna
has no
hippie.
self-discipline, poor comprehension of what is going on around him, and is an incorrigible rule breaker. I will not jeopardize the lives of my people so that one man can go free. Now, was there something else? Me? What are you talking about? You know, you remind me of him.
Ah, claro, esto no lo sabe.
Alworth, the fellow who came through the portal before you. Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one group to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you were a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I mean, you've lived through the day, what, 5 times?
Joder.
Extremely impressive. And yet everything you've done has been in vain, because there's no escape. Except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Best to take your own life now. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
¿Sabes lo gracioso? Que es que tiene razón, porque este es el único que puede seguir haciendo el bucle. Aunque claro, da igual que vayamos en su contra, él va a seguir haciendo el bucle porque él sabe que va a seguir teniendo un día más.
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face, the music of birds chirping, And as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see? I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely, to cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself?
Entrega la llave de las...
And why would I agree to that? You might want to think that through. If anyone so much as touches me, everyone dies. Oh, you and your pathetic morality. Nobody cares about your opinions or what happens, where you're from. Least of all, me. Understand that to me, you've never been anything more than a useful idiot, and you're no longer useful. The only way you're getting this key is over my dead body. And if I die, I won't be able to open the portal for you again, meaning you'll have created a paradox. You see, it was my actions that brought you to this point in time, so if you kill me, you'll stop me from doing so, and you being here will be an impossibility. That means if I die, you'll be flung back to your original time, having caused the deaths of everyone here, and you'll never be able to undo it. Is that what you want? I certainly hope not. In fact, I want it to go on and on forever, until you wither and die like Al did, and the gods send yet another useful idiot to extend my life for me. What are you going to do? Beg the gods for help? They don't care about you, and neither do I. Now, get out of my villa. I'm bored with you. If you're snooping around in my possessions,
Vale. Pero la cosa es dónde está la llave.
Oh, don't mind me. I just live here. Let me grieve my sister's death in...
Tu padre ha tenido...
What? Is this some kind of crude commoner joke?
No.
No, surely not. Father, is this true?
I'm afraid it is.
I don't understand. Why? Why would you do such a thing?
Because she found a way out. And if you're wondering why I'm telling you this, it's because you're never going to remember any of it. All I have to do is commit a sin, and the day will begin again. Watch this. I'm going to kill you now.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
¡Qué hijo de puta! Este tío es un cabrón, o sea. Voy a hacer que repita el bucle. Qué cabrón, o sea, si le... ¿Dónde coño tienes la llave? Bueno, quería repetir el bucle. Y ahora ya... Pero ya sabemos cómo conseguir el final 1. Ya, Galerio, me encanta verte. Soy yo y tengo bastante de ocuparme ahora mismo.
All right then. I'll get out of your way.
Que coste que luego tú me vas a hacer...
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. Magistrates.
Oh, another one fresh out of the baths, I take it. Oh, you heard about her disappearance, I take it.
Bueno. Joder. No puedo...
What?
¿Otra vez?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
¡Ole! Final 1. Final 1.
Oh,
Anda, el de situaciones diferentes.
hi there. Gave me a bit of a fray. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al. Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Really? That's strange. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kinda rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina and murdered a local magistrate, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said that the voice of a furious god rang out, and the ground trembled and statues sprang to life, firing arrows at the city's inhabitants. Apparently, as the citizens screamed and died in pain, the stranger just vanished in a flash of light.
De hecho era yo.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand. I'm sorry, come again? Let me see that.
Vale.
God, why does this writing look so... I've spent a lifetime in this place This is... I'm not following. So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this. I guess. So what you're really saying is, you brought me back from the dead to let me die all over again. You saw the tablet. I spent a lifetime searching for a way out and never found one. I can't see how I could possibly find one now, so it seems like we're both gonna die here. A mistake? You murdered a man in cold blood, and now there's a city full of dead people. It's only a matter of time before we join them. I guess all those old Latin inscriptions were right. Pro peccata unius multis dolabant. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Vale. O sea, este es el final. O sea, este es el final 1 y es el final más malo de todo. Aunque eso sí, se supone que sí que sé cómo salir. Vale. Joder. Me he quedado bastante con este final. O sea, que si matas al magistrado, lo que haces es quedarte encerrado en la ciudad. Aunque sabes que tiene la... Bueno, no lo han hecho muy bien, porque sí que sabes que tiene la... o sea, solo tendrías que buscar esto. Y ahora creo que aparezco... Vale, nunca no le digas a Ciencia... ¿Qué misión está marcada? Corra. ¿Por qué coño está puesto eso? Vale. Vale, esa acaba.
Salve, friend. All right then. I'll get out of your way.
Muchas gracias, es un hombre muy comprensivo. Y ahora voy a hablar con ella, que sé que es lo que está pasando. Esta no la había hablado con ella.
Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia.
Pensaba que era Livia. ¿Cuántas
I
personas?
hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before. A certain learning and sophistication.
Oh, para, no, por favor, sí. Te venga,
Coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
Fetch again.
¿Qué? Sí.
Incessantly.
I take back what I
The
said.
one they have
Suddenly,
lost.
I don't find you so intriguing
En el
anymore.
próximo buque voy a cambiar eso.
Whatever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
Bueno, he conseguido un logro.
Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
Mierda.
You know, normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here. Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it? Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you?
Cuéntame eso.
Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
Creo que esta es una... ¿Por qué no?
Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day,
Esta habla del suicidio.
but not now.
Un poco tico mantener a esta gente de edad.
I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now, do you want it or not? If I took your money without giving you what I promised, I'd be breaking the golden rule, wouldn't I? And I have no interest in doing that. I'm impressed. Didn't take you long to gather quite the little
Sé dónde hay más dinero, la
And
verdad.
now for my end of the bargain. Here is your way out.
Muérete, ¿verdad? Me va a decir muérete. ¡Cicuta! ¿Qué es?
This is hemlock. Drink this and your life will be over in no time. Because the only way out of here is...
¿Cómo lo sabía?
Congratulations on your purchase.
Necesito que me...
Sorry, a deal's a deal. No refunds.
He comprado cicuta. ¿Cómo es que...?
I offered to sell you a way out, and I did. It's death. There's nothing illegal about that. And I should know. This isn't exactly the first time I've made this deal, and it won't be the last. And break the golden rule. You might be a little slow, but I don't think you're that slow. There's a reason everyone else who bought my way out has kept it quiet. And it's that they didn't want everyone else to know just how foolish they've been. Do you? Workplace. Do you know what you've done?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh, genial, he perdido mi dinero. ¿Quieres abrir el puñetero portal ya? Ya está. Vale, muy...
Salve, friend. All right then. I'll get out of your way.
Muchas gracias, Galero. Siempre es tan amable.
Oh,
Oh, no despedís, ya que es una...
what was that? Some kind of joke? I take back what... I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink. Certainly. For 10 denarii.
Ixion turns.
Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now, she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own.
Joder, que por...
I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is.
¿Cuántos de...
There used to be a midwife here, Naevia, but this place drove her mad as a Maenad. Said she could hear the statues whispering to her. Can you
No
imagine?
estaba loca.
Fortunately for us, she locked herself in the palace weeks ago and hasn't been seen since. Good riddance, I say. Centilla, the magistrate's youngest daughter, went missing a few weeks ago.
La secuestró ella.
From under Daddy's nose. How can we trust him to govern a city if he can't even protect his own daughter? I heard Dacius has been offering a lot of money for a bone. Of course, Sentius banned all weapons in the city, so I can't help but wonder what he's up to. Have you seen the way Rufius walks around staring at all the statues? He says he's afraid they're going to spring to life. But then, why does he have a collection of them in his room? I hear Galerius has a thing for Equitia, but of course she's a Vestal priestess. If she sleeps with him, the magistrate will have to bury her alive. Why do silly boys always want what they can't have? I hear there are blasphemous cultists walking among us. You know, the ones that lit the fires last year? Some even say they have a secret shrine.
La he encontrado, ¿vale?
I've already told you everything I know, I'm afraid.
Menos mal que...
Ugh, let it go. All right.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come. Say it. Speak its name. Then it is true. I was right. I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane. I had to tell myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here Would you like to hear it? I will do my best to remember the relevant verse. There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, the shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with full rites, and the ghosts of those, at last, given proper burial. The wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where Black Dis has his cruel palace. As the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, and is never too small for any populace, nor notices the crowds that come. There the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. And still others incur punishment. I hope I have done it justice, and now we share a secret. It's as if you've lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Thank you, friend. I think I should rest. Friend, you have given me hope. May you follow in the footsteps of Hercules and return to the light of day.
Handsome.
Joder.
You stay away from my money.
Qué horrible personaje. Sí, te oigo. Vale, o sea, esto es donde vivía Naivia. No voy a robar dinero. ¿Cuántos denarios tengo? Joder, todavía tengo 3.884 de denarios. Es que me he pasado cogiéndolos. Por eso lo que sí lo he visto. Ah. Con mucha sobrina. Estandarte romano, botín.
Vote for Malleolus for a free drink at my tavern. Oh, do us all a favour and drink hemlock, caput murder.
Caput merda. Si además creo que no puedo. ¿O sí? Teofili con 4 chicas y las decepcionó a todas por igual. Mira, vea. Cofre de... Vale. Por eso aquí no había ido. Es que no había visto la taberna. Y otros 102 denarios. Vale, esta zona es bastante bonita. Un jardín, No sé para qué me sirven eso. Un momento, esta zona me suena. No sé aquí por dónde entré antes.
On your best behavior, I trust?
Bueno, este seguramente cambiará su conversación.
I thought I told you to get out of my villa. I'm bored with you.
Así que ahora mismo es con el único con el que no puedo hablar.
On your best behavior, I trust?
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
Thank you. Thank you. Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute.
¿Dónde puedo encontrar una placa romana?
Look, if I had a Roman plaque in my possession, I'd be happy to sell it to you, but I don't, so I can't. I trust you can see yourself out.
Joder, tengo que saber. Joder, si es que esta clase es grandísima. Busca una placa romana. ¿Qué coño es esto?
I'm not supposed to be in here.
Claudia.
Talk. What business could you possibly have with me?
No la conocía.
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much. I think a better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I am receiving strange men in private. An intriguing proposition. Go on. Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look. What makes you say that? You know, I may have the very thing you're looking for. Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only, he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait a minute. Why exactly are you helping me? To withdraw. Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans to become a magistrate? You must think me quite mad. I've heard enough. Get out of here at once.
Domitius, come quickly. We're being robbed.
Mierda.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there. Just like Diana. A new face. Arve. And... I beg your pardon? Oh my. That is quite a lot to take in. You'll have to give me a moment. Let's see. If that is indeed the case, I suppose we'd better figure out what to do about it, hadn't we? We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular, of Hercules. And finally, Aeneas was a... so... May Fortuna guide...
A ver si...
Arve again. It must be... it'll be... Why do you... I like the idea, but I know Galerius well, and his position has always been that he won't run unless Malleolus withdraws. It was only yesterday that he said to me he'd only ever run if it was absolutely necessary to make sure Sentius wasn't re-elected. So, I suppose if you'd like to see Galerius elected magistrate, you'd need to persuade Malleolus to withdraw somehow.
Vale, gracias. Esto es lo que...
Certainly. See you again soon, I hope.
Quiero enviar al asesino a por...
Salve. Hello there, Fred.
¿Me hiciste? Descubrí que me habías encerrado dentro de con unos avispones enfadados. Logré escapar y tras un calor... ¿Qué estoy?
Are you well, stranger? Have you been out in the sun too long? You seem a little... confused? Perhaps you should go and see Lucretia in a clinic. Very well. Another time.
Buah, me encantaría volverle oro.
Thank you.
No entres ahí.
What?
Dime. Aquí está.
Stop, right?
Da igual que vas a intentar matarme. Sí, está en la vía al final en este camino. Ahora se le hace llamar Maleor.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
¿Ni un logro me da? Joder, este va a tardar un siglo en llegar.
Salve.
I'm hiding. That's quite an impressive bird.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you? What is it, What? You know nothing. All right?
Vale. Se supone que este está aquí para vigilar.
Ove.
Supongo...
I'm here for Malleolus. Who might you be?
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus? You go through me.
Then go through you, I shall.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Malleolus. Who might you be?
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus? You go through me. Everybody run!
Espera. Gracias. Vamos a ver qué hay aquí. Nada. Bueno, había 4000 denarios. Solo por los 4000 denarios. Vale, que...
Thank.
No idea. Yeah? Prove it. Whatever.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
Vale, ya sabemos lo que va a pasar, sí. Quiero ir a la taberna. Es que esta... que... Dentro de nada siempre. Es que no sé dónde está. Parece que es Rufio.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Mira. Joder. Dale, IP. Por suerte la habrá... Vale. Y he conseguido los 4000 dinarios. Pero no me ha pasado nada, solo...
Salve, friend. Oh.
How dare you?
Para matar. Joder, me pregunto para qué logro estoy usando. Sabes que es para matar a Asensio. Vale, aquí le... Cofre antiguo. A ver. Por aquí no había estado. Joder, si es que anda que no hay recovecos aquí. Es pequeño, pero anda que no hay sitio. Un disco de piedra de con el símbolo. Sí, este es algo muy común en la religión cristiana. Aparte de que está aquí todo grafiteado. Esta es la sexta. Placa romana. Esto ya solo me queda. Aquí hay otra placa de vamos de pan. Y otro disco, vale. Vamos a continuar por aquí. Pero en esto tengo la cuarta. Vale. Aquí, por aquí fue donde huí la última vez. Que recuerdo cuando huí un... Esto debe comunicar con el acueducto. Joder, en qué perfecta forma la piba esta. A ver. Por aquí es bueno. Sí, paso por aquí. Entonces ya registró todo. Bueno, ya tengo lo que quería. Pero aún así sigo sin saber dónde está la habitación de Ruf. Creo que es el que... Sede maldita se llama aquí. Ofrece su entraña para a ver, extraída de nuevo campos. Tú cántalo, no puedes atrapar las gotas de agua y el árbol al que te agarras lo de tu sífido ataca a tu Sion se vuelve y sigue tras de sí y huye. Y las 49 lices sus primos de su marido vuelven a buscar con incenso trabajo al agua que han perdido. Las pálidas sombras moran sin carne ni hueso. Es que un mapa aquí vendrá.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp.
No, a ver, esta es la habitación de Virgilio. Para que se siente cómoda la mujer, hombre. No, Horacio no ha sido Ruffy. No. Nota de caja. Que describe un sueño recurrente acerca de un desconocido. Escribo en mi sueño que sé. Yo, que quizás pueda adivinar su significado si lo escribo. Anoche volvió a ocurrir. El hombre junto al río hizo hasta con la cara cubierta de la sombra de ese tocado cabernero tan peculiar. De nuevo se presentó con Kearney y me dijo que me había sacado del río. Parecía que esbozaba una sonrisa al decir su nombre como si significara algo que no podía entender. En efecto, su nombre me suena, pero no puedo recordar dónde lo he escuchado. Creo que no volveré a dormir bien hasta que lo averigüe. ¿Quién es Kearney? Vale. Yo fui... Si no recuerdo mal, dijeron que Rufio tenía muchas estatuas en... Se me dio una carta incompleta dirigida en pocas. Esto... No quiero robarle. ¿Por qué tiene tantas estatuas? Disco de piedra. Talla de piedra. ¡Un pene! ¡Un pene! Vale, esto es gracioso. O sea, lo de tallar penes se lleva haciendo desde hace mucho tiempo. ¿Dónde está? Ah, no.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth.
Mira que estoy aquí, voy a decírselo a Fabia.
I have to hide. Find me. What?
Thank you.
Hasta luego. A ver, ahora.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
Disculpe aún su amor. Que Dios te proteja, por favor. Quiero que sepas que aguantaré todo lo que pude, pero sin ti mi vida no tiene sentido. Solo es. Disculpe a su hijo. Claudia. Y esto ya habré muerto. Prefiero morir a pasar otro día como esclava de toda la eternidad. Esto no lo sabía. Entonces me estás diciendo que...
Talk. You know, now I'll, but... Oh, aren't you charming? I'm quite sure my husband would seethe with impotent rage if he overheard you say that. I love it. It seems our interests are aligned. I imagine knowing his true identity will give me the leverage I need to manage him appropriately. But first, I need you to do something for me. I want you to bring me some wine. Just one.
Tengo vino.
Should do it. Oh, don't look at me like that. I know this must be hard for you to wrap your sweet little pleb head around. So what do you need me to spell out? Let me tell you something about Malleolus. He talks a lot about freedom, but what he doesn't tell you is that he means freedom for men. After all I've done for him, counseling him through his entire election campaign, and he had the audacity to lock me in here. He said it was for my own good, and that my drinking was unbecoming of a lady, let alone the wife of a magistrate. I'll show him unbecoming.
Así se habla,
Tonight, at his victory party, I'm going to get good and merry. And if he tries to discipline me again, I'll threaten to expose his true identity in front of everyone. I am so looking forward to it. You mean, aside from the fact that I'm locked in this room, and Domitius is right outside the villa, because there's barely any left in the city. In fact, there's only one small urn, as far as I'm aware. And getting it won't be easy.
Yeah.
So, you'll help me?
Tengo un poco de...
Thank you. Here's the letter.
Quincio a su amada. Pasé un tiempo desesperado pensando que estaba aquí atrapado hasta el fin de mi vida. Pero entonces ¿cuánto te condené?
Now, perhaps you can tell me who Quinctius really is.
No.
What? He's... Oh no. That's... quite a lot more serious than I imagined. I only wanted some leverage over him, not to destroy him. Give me that immediately. Nobody else must know. Thank you. Now, I appreciate your discretion in this matter. I think it's best if you go now. We'll speak no more of this.
Ay, me da pena, pero tengo otra copia. A ver.
Are you in?
¿Por qué es 15 de mujeres?
So, it finally caught up with me. I suppose that makes you, what? One of Nero's assassins?
No soy por los demás, ¿eh?
So, you're not going to kill me? So much work for nothing. Oh, if I do it, you'll let me live?
Creo que no comprende muy bien la situación.
Fine. Ruling this cesspit of a city would have been beneath me anyway.
Joder.
I'll have Domitius notify the priestess of my withdrawal. There. You got what you wanted. Now, please, leave my villa and never speak to me again.
Hecho.
Sir? Are you under duress, sir?
I just had a change of heart.
But you were on track to be magistrate, sir. All that work, all that money, wasted.
Those are my orders. Carry them out.
As you wish, sir.
Aquí está Rufio.
No idea what... Yes, so what? What are you going to do about it? And why should I? The one true God says that for man to lie with another man is an abomination. His presence here is a threat to us all. Well, I don't know. Maybe God hasn't noticed yet. But when he does, we're going to have a problem. Well, I wouldn't get so angry if he wasn't so... you know. I don't like where you're going with this. You'd better take that back.
Ay, qué pobrecito, está enamorado de él.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And unless you want your jaw broken, I think it's best if you don't ever talk to me again.
Greetings and salutations.
Nice to talk to you.
Pero es que no sé por qué. Joder.
Welcome back. Nice to...
A ver, que me manda la mía. Capumerde. Joder, ¿cuánta gente me ha llamado ya Capumerde a lo largo de la serie? A ver.
Well, Malleolus has withdrawn for some unknown reason, so unless somebody else is nominated by the end of the day, Sentius will win by default. Why do you ask? Oh, what a good idea! He is a virtuous and decent man after all. I happen to agree he'd make a wonderful magistrate. Certainly. See you again soon.
Antes de comenzar... A ver, antes de comenzar esto tengo que hablar con Delos y poder liberarlo. Conseguir la tablilla que tiene. ¿Quién es este? Ah, esta es Lucrecia, por fin te veo. ¿Quién es este?
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cumulatus Decius won't give it to me. It's too late. She just slipped away. She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of Silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing.
Vale, pues esto no
And
sé.
I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life."
Que hijo de la grandísima punta.
Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here, with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
Puede hacer.
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that Silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day, or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututo and scratching his eyes out. Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Me encantó el cambio de ración. Pero ¿sabes qué te digo? Que estoy de acuerdo contigo. Ese es uno de los mayores hijos de la grandísima.
May Apollo keep you safe.
No, este le dejo porque es que no quiero. Esta la cojo. Y el arco de madera no, porque ya tengo un arco de madera y me está tocando. Y me...
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff. Wow. Now you're talking, I'm interested. How about 100 denarii?
5.000.
Oh, that's a little excessive, don't you think? It's not the bow of Ulysses we're talking about. All right. But I'm going to need you to tell me before I pay up. Wait. Let's not be too hasty, friend. I just want a little assurance that I can trust you, that's all. I suppose you're right. All right, you drive a hard bargain, but here's your money. Now, the location of that bow. What? But I already knew that, you imbecile. Everyone knows that.
Qué gusto me queda.
Take that golden bow because stealing from the goddess in her own shrine would break the golden rule. You promised to tell me where I could get one of my own. What is this? Some kind of joke? I don't believe this is happening. Don't even talk to me. Don't even...
Lástima. ¡Ay, qué gusto da! A ver, ¿dónde estaba Delos? Es que ya me pierdo por este mapa. Dios, le sacó 5.000 días a ese tipo. ¿Dónde está de? A ver. Voy a poner la misión. Mira, si es que solo me quedan esto. El pecador. Va, pero es que este ahora ya no me habla.
I have nothing.
Sí. Bueno, esto está diseñado para... Pero tengo que ponerme en flecha. Joder, a ver, vamos a poner... Vale. Placa griega, esto.
Hello? Do you love... But it's mine. Like...
Vamos a ver. Voy a hacer que comiencen las elecciones ya.
Oh my. may fortune.
A ver.
Why? As I said, Citizens, it is time. Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Election starting.
Uno, dos, tres. Faltan más. ¿Dónde están los demás? Rufio. Creo que... No, Virgilio está ahí.
Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and late nominee Gallus Galerius Clover. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier today. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Sentius.
Joder.
Sentius.
Mierda.
Virgil.
Sentius.
Rufius.
Ah.
Malleolus.
Citizens, you have made your decision. Sextus Sentius Imperiosus.
My fellow citizens, you've placed your trust in me once again, and you won't regret it. I vow that each day henceforth will be just like this one, and I will deliver.
La cago.
You and your arrival, whatever your name is, you're responsible for this, aren't you? Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners interfering in an election.
Shut up and let the magistrate speak.
Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to
Lo que faltaba.
Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Wait, I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You doom us all.
Lies. It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken.
Joder.
Enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Ay, que me tra-
Almost as if you're trying to extend my lifespan.
Cállate, vale. No quería esto. He ido por ahí. Buah. Me da igual, o sea que si pierde igualmente. A ver, ¿y si hace con que no gane esencia?
What? Are you... You're serious, aren't you? I doubt Domitius will let me talk to him, but I'll make sure he passes on the message. All right, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood. I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Vale, ya está. Qué majo el Galio, se encarga de hacer todos los avances por mí. Y ahora...
Oh, I see. You prefer the company of men. Maybe you should go and make friends with Virgil.
Vale, si digo esto, no me saber.
I take back what I said. Suddenly, let's just forget that ever happened. Ugh, let it go.
Vale.
All right.
Cerberus lifts his dribble head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but
Quiero
they
tranquilizar a
are
Livia.
ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
¿Así se calma la mujer? Vamos a ver.
Salve. What?
No está.
Oh well.
Tiene un poco de esos.
Certainly. Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it. Hear what? She claimed the statue was a whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut... But I digress. Do you want this silver? Oh, you have it. Pleasure doing business. Can I help you with anything else? Malleolus. I mean, Centius couldn't even... Certainly. Very well.
Vale.
What? Quick, give it here. Yulia, you need to swallow this. Here, let me help you. Hopefully, in a moment, she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing? And at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle? A what? I'm sorry, I must have misheard you. I think it's your accent, because it sounded like you said, time traveler. But whatever kind of traveler you are, that was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her, and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need. I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up. My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked, and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here. It's all right. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it. Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense. Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too, until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying, but I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain. I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace. Really? That would be wonderful. Thank you. Let me know how you go.
Be careful who you trust. Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest. As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no more questions. The golden rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler. Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you, but it's a long saga.
Creo que esta es la última historia que tengo que oír.
All right. I'd been here about a week when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did. I'm not proud of it, but yes, I was surprised he agreed to it, to be honest. But I was so happy to have the money I didn't question it. I had to sign an agreement, saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was? You figured it out already. I wish I'd been so astute. Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes and she
Dacia y ella merecen quedarse
She
aquí.
laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning. Of course. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the Golden Rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife Claudia was just as bad. She set me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss,
Joder,
"You
qué horribles
Mr.
personas.
Scott." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock.
Así.
I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it. I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid. When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course. I doubt it. It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me, for trying to escape. At least until someone breaks the Golden Rule. Huh. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night. He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelia set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him. I doubt you could make it up to the bluff in time. I don't know who you are, or why you seem so determined to help me, but... thank you.
A golden bow, just like Apollo and Diana.
Espera, antes de ir a eso, veamos.
I wish. Some people here need proper medical care, not the half-baked, hanging by a thread excuse for treatment I'm giving them. Just don't get sick or injured here. I'll do my best to treat you, but I'm out of my depth and dangerously short on everything you can imagine. A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands. Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Nevia, and she went a little mad. Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me the last time I saw her, and then she shut her. She's been gone so long now, but I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I... He's become so irritated. Really?
Vale, eso fue eso. Ahí está el cofre.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Vale, tiene.
Feeling all right? Oh, I see. Well, what's the treatment? Willowback. I should have known. It was under my nose the whole time. That's very helpful. Thank you. If this works, it should settle.
Se te escapó el nombre. Gracias.
I have some right here. Could you do me a favor and give him some of this? He'll just need to swallow a pinch of it. I'm hoping it will avert disaster. Thank you. I'm really glad you arrived when you did. Sure. What do you want to know? Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe... Gladly.
Then what business is that of yours? Willowbark. And this will work? Oh, thank God. Finally, some relief. This is what I've been praying for. Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all. Thank you. I've been in a lot of pain lately. The rheumatism, these cursed statues always watching in the crisis of faith. It was too much. Started messing with my head. This is exactly what I needed to set it straight again. I owe you one. No idea what you're talking about? Look, I haven't been at my best.
Bien.
lately. I know that. It's the rheumatism. It starts with constant pain in all your joints, and the pain starts to mess with your head. Makes you angry, mean. I know that's not an excuse for how I acted, but it's the truth. But with the willow bark, I'm already starting to feel like myself again. And I know I said I owe you one. So I'll leave him alone from now on. It's not as if I was ever going to hurt him anyway. I was just lashing out. I'm going to go and clean up the graffiti. Just forget this ever happened. Will you?
Ah, a new face. What demon or spirit told you about that? You went snooping in his place? That was risky. We're lucky you didn't cross any lines. Have you spoken to him about it? Really? How did you manage that? Ah, poor fellow. I've heard that can really mess with a person's head. Well done for figuring that out. Really? That's promising. I'll keep an eye out for him. Well, since you see... All right. Nice.
Ya está.
As a... It looked if you could recover and
Vale.
Maeve.
Joder,
All of it. It must be completed by dusk. Just it'll be between Sentius, the Why do you ask? Certain.
Espera.
It must. It'll. Why do you ask? Certain. See you again.
Not that it's any of your business. All right?
Vale, a ver. Hay uno que básicamente... Aquí está.
Sentius. No.
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the bluff, and I think, whatever is in there. Welcome back. Well, Sentius seems to know what he's doing. Nobody's broken the golden rule under... My vote isn't for sale, if that's what you're asking. Nice to talk to you.
Joder.
Shalvey. Sentius, I suppose. Yeah? And what's he gonna do for me? He's nothing. Certainly, for a few thousand denarii. Pleasure doing business. Can I help you with anything else? Very well. No.
Qué pena que no puedo decirle lo del arco. Vale, a ver. Uy. Una placa griega o nombre virtuoso. Vale.
Fear
That's
is
quite an
proof
impressive
of a
bow,
degenerate
Captain.
mind.
¿Cómo llego ahí? Vamos por aquí.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Vale, quedaba esta, ¿no?
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll
Mierda.
fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please, please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him. Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Sí, eso no lo hago muy bien.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire. I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I am out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love, I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no! I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb. Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it, it isn't mine. That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived. I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Aquí está el obelisco. Vale, nunca había estado aquí arriba. No puedo ir por aquí, hay un muro invisible. Voy a hablar con Galerio. Vale. Joder. ¿Cuánta gente habrá pasado por aquí por el constructor? Pero luego lo de decir un mapa me vendría de lujo. ...67 y no sé ni cuántas tengo. Joder, si es que todavía tengo muchas. es este sitio? Ah, este es el... Ah, aquí es donde comienza. Bueno. Voy a continuar con esto.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them? You're toying with me, right? Wait. You're not... Sisyphus! Yeah, that's the one. Oh! Sisyphus was a Greek forcing act up. Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get yourself into this position, friend, but you seem all right to me. So, I'll tell you what. I'll keep doing whatever I can to help you. And you just focus on finding a way to break the cycle you're in. Oh, and I'm in the running for magistrate. Feeling kind of nervous, but I'm hoping it'll all be worth it when I order Dooley's release. I just hope I'll have the votes.
Tienes uno. Ya de que no lo...
Oh, that's kind of you to say. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if I'll remember this next time we talk anyway, right? Oh, and if our conversations ever start to annoy you, just tell me you're busy. I know when I'm not wanted. May fortune smile on you, friend.
A ver.
And strange, too, since that device you used is exactly the same as one I've been working on for weeks. Oh, of course! It's because I already get... Anyway, I'm sorry to ask, but is there any chance you'd be willing to do me a favor?
Por ti cualquier cosa.
Well, I've been trying to get this rare flower from the rock spire in the middle of the lake. It's too steep to climb, so I hung a rope over the lake and made this pulley device, only I, couldn't quite summon the nerve to use it. Do you think you could use the device again and try to get that flower for me? I don't really feel comfortable talking about it. Look, I'll tell you everything if you get it for me, all right? Oh, thank you. It would help me a lot. There's no rush, just whenever you get a chance. All right, see you around.
Joder, si es que de liberar a Dooley me va a costar un poquito. No te mate. Vale, no puedo subir por aquí, entonces tengo que usar esa pole. Pero ¿cómo lo hago? No, espera, ya está convertido. Ay, no sé cómo conseguir la flor. A ver. Pero es que si hago esto creo que me mataré, ¿no? Ahí va. Ay, Dios, espera. Vale. Creo, es que quiero ver una cosa. Ajustes. Controles. Aquí, así. A ver. A ver, creo que había una... Vamos a ver. Un poco más grande. Creo que tardó menos en cargarlo que en subir todos esos escalones. Ahora. No. Creo que era 4. No. A ver. Es que tampoco tengo tanto tiempo para pensar. Ahora. ¡Ah! Por poco. Ahora. Hostia. ¿En serio? A ver.
Salve again, my Sisyphean friend. Now, what's on your mind? Brilliant! You did it! Well done! This is going to make her so happy. Equitia, I mean. Now I just have to figure out how to give it to her. What I really want to do is walk up to her, give her the flower, and confess I've been madly in love with her since the moment we met. But on the other hand, I can't shake the feeling that the consequences could be terrible. You mean, aside from her execution? You see, Equitia is a Vestal priestess, meaning she's taken a vow of chastity, the breaking of which would be an extremely serious affront to the gods and a capital offense. Even if she was just suspected of being unchaste, it could lead to her execution. Unchaste Vestals get buried alive. Oh, and I'd get flogged to death for good measure. At the same time, she's just so kind and graceful. I feel so much love for her that if I don't tell her, it'll burn a hole in my chest. I don't know what to do. What do you think? What would you do? Now that I hear you say that out loud, I hear how crazy it is. I think maybe I need to be a bit more cautious. What I need is a go-between. Someone who can tell her how I feel and find out how she feels without risking her life. What do you say? Do you think you could help me one more time? Wonderful! Now, all I need you to do is give her the flower and tell her it's from a secret admirer. Tell her I'll keep my distance and that I just want her to know that she's loved. Thank you. Come back as quick as you can and tell me what she says.
Voy a dejar el directo aquí. Al final me ha llevado bastante. Quiero decir, pensaba que me quedaba poco, pero es que veo que todavía me quedan un montón de misiones. Acabo de completar unas cuantas, pero... Dios. Y eso sí, el dinero parece que nunca se me acaba. Así que bueno. Quiero ver una cosa. A ver, inventario... Llave de madera, arco de madera, llaves de la puerta del palacio, carta de llaves de las catacumbas, placa egipcia, placa sumeria, losa de piedra antigua, cicuta, placa romana, carta de 15, resina de cillo. Mira, sí, tengo la resina de cillo, corteza de sauce, perfecto. Vale, pues tengo unos cuantos. Me gusta que no me lo quiten. Y también tengo la flor, ¿no? Bueno, así que lo dejo por ahí en el directo. Mañana a ver si por fin lo terminamos, porque es que ya no debe quedarme nada. Tengo que impedir que Ulpio se suicide y a ver. Nota de sencillas, registro de ciudadanos, a ver. Aurelia, ¿eh? Esta es una... Esta no hay que hacer nada. Esta tampoco es que haya que hacer nada. Este es... un imbécil. O sea, la primera página todo no hay que hacer nada. Domicio. Ese no sé qué hacer con él. Ducio hay que saltarle. Equicia no hay que hacer nada. Fabia, esta no hay que hacer nada. Galerio, hay que volverlo magistrado. Giorgio, tenemos que hacer que cambie su voto. Aníbal está muerto. Horacio, Horacio no es que haya que hacer mucho con él, ni con Cabas. Julia hay que ayudarla. Pebella, no. Livia no sé quién es. Ah, es la peluquera. Ah, sí, esa hay que ayudarla para que se vuelva. Lucrecia, que es la médica. Vale, lo que hay que impedir que mate al otro. Naevia. Que a ver si conseguimos salir Carla del Palacio. Octavia. Y esta no hay que, creo que no haya que hacer nada. Rufio hay que darle la medicina. Esencia por seguridad. Pío hay que evitar que se suicide. Virgilio hay que ayudarle. Pues bueno, aquí lo dejamos. Así que mañana ya terminaré el juego. Pensaba terminarlo hoy, pero es que queda mucho. Así que, chao, chao.